Hello, everyone. Welcome to Team Sweden's official YouTube channel. This year, we want to put in some effort into documenting Team Sweden's journey towards Worlds 2026 in Italy. This is the first time any of us are doing anything like this, recording videos, uploading to YouTube, the works. So if you have any constructive criticism for us, please put that down in the comment section. My name is Rasmus Elkvist, and I'm here with co-captains for this season, Erik Hilborn and Lennart Svensson, also known as Lillen. Good morning, guys. How are you doing?
That means small guy in Swedish, just so everyone knows.
Tiny guy.
Tiny guy.
Tiny.
I'm not so tiny anymore, but not on the
Tiny where it counts.
tiny. Exactly.
As it should be.
Mhm.
Thank you for having us. It's a blast being able to do something like this and presenting our plans and visions, and also making this much more accessible for everyone to see what we're doing and how we're planning this and preparing this, and not just for live meetings and people who meet us daily, but also in retrospect, and people around both the nation and abroad who want to see what we're doing and listen to us, what we're thinking and doing.
Yeah.
All right. I thought I would kick us off with talking about that you guys are co-captains. Usually, historically here in Sweden, we have one captain, and then we have a vice captain, or maybe someone who helps out with pairings, or some other supporting members of the team. But this is a little bit different. Could you guys tell me why you decided to go this route? And if you guys, as co-captains, you have like different responsibilities, different workloads, that sort of thing.
Do you want to start?
Yeah. We both me and Erik has been captains before, so we have a lot of experience being captains of national team Sweden. But we felt like this year it's a hard work to do it alone as a captain, even if you have supporting staff. So when we applied for captain this year, we said that we want to do it together to share the burden of being a captain, because as everyone loves you as being a captain, you also get a lot of criticism, and because you have to take hard choices, and here we can divide the responsibility between the two of us, and we don't feel alone taking those decisions. And we have a vision that we wanna change some direction this year, and that we need to be two, I think, to share the workload in order to accomplish something this year.
Yeah, exactly. We have we want to do pretty big changes. We want to push. We're gonna get into the details later, but we really want to push for a new direction, feeling new and feeling more open. And the fact that there are two of us, it's going to be almost 10 months doing this. So, and we're talking between 5, 10, 15% workload per week doing this, depending on which month it is. So, and it's a long time. It's a lot of effort, and it's really nice being two of us, because some weeks it's going to be tough for me to have full time doing this, but then Lillen can step up, and the other way around. And as Lillen mentioned, with the decisions that are tougher, picking the players, some hard calls, which armies to bring, but also stuff around everything, like how to communicate and what to think about, where to look, looking at different nations and building collaborations, stuff like this. It's much easier when we are two people. We can divide the workload, we can make it together, and it's also easier for us to discuss because we're going to make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, and if we make mistakes, then we can together look at it, and first off, we can eliminate some mistakes by being the two of us, so we can talk about it before we make the mistake. And even if we make mistakes, which we are going to do, then we can look at it together, how to fix this. We take some burden of each of us, and we can together have a more solid captainship, I think. Or we discussed this at length before we even applied, because we think this might be the best way to go. And we've seen good examples with the Warhammer 40K community in Sweden who have a similar approach, and as well as professionally, I've seen several tough management positions where you have two managers for departments or divisions, and if you have a big workload or a very varied workforce, that's much easier, and it's a better approach than a single person.
All right. So I suppose I will segue into well, you touched on it briefly, but you said you want to make some changes. So what do you hope to accomplish, and what is your vision for Team Sweden under your captaincy?
Do you want to start, Erik?
Yeah, sure. Well, one of the biggest changes we want to do this year is that we have seen a somewhat narrowing of the spectrum of players that we bring to these kind of events over the last few years, which is natural when you don't have continuous building of growth of new talent. So this year we really want to focus on pushing and developing a new group of players for this level of play who maybe are nervous because they don't know what it means, or they don't think that they're good enough, or they simply haven't really heard about it in detail. They don't know anyone who's been going to this. So this year we're gonna expand. The last 2 years we've been taking out a few extra people to bring to the Worlds event, and sometimes they've been going to the Worlds event like 2024, sometimes they haven't. But this year we're looking at maybe 16 or something like that people that we're gonna select for the team, who are gonna coach each other and help each other. And a number of these are gonna be more experienced. We haven't narrowed down an exact number. We're gonna get to that. And they're going to help each other. Me and Lillen, since we're also co-captains, we have more time to coach individual players this year. We can help each other. We have different strengths in terms of playing the game. So we can really focus on this part. And we can also focus on, we have this pretty fresh and new förening. Community structure. We have an official structure for the game in Sweden. It's on its second year now, so it's relatively fresh. We want to keep building on the collaboration with this structure so that works better, because it also has some. We have some learning to do in this regard as well. So it's a lot of collaboration with this and with the different parts around Sweden. Sweden is a very big country. It's a lot of traveling around. We have several boot camps and tournaments planned, which is also easier when there's two of us to, go to different places, talk to different people. When we have big tournaments, we are sometimes up to 100 people at these events, and having time to speak to everyone at length and just including everyone more is the very brief version. More inclusion. That's what we're going for.
And accessibility as well, to be accessible to people to approach us and get to know the Team Sweden, that it isn't a closed off group of people that goes. We have just unfortunately stayed that way because we don't have growth within the pool. So now we will focus to broaden the prospects of players this year.
Yeah. And we're also going to have a pretty broad supporting group, I think. Maybe not officially, but we have a lot of people, both of us in our respective home communities, that are going to help with this in different ways, looking for sponsors, helping people, helping us plan the boot camps, and providing sparring opportunities for the prospects and the players, and just helping spread the word and build the community, which is, we're here to build a community for a game we love, right? So that's what we want to do. That's the goal.
So we want to grow the team, and we also want to grow the community together, so we get more accessibility to the team. Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds fantastic.
We hope so.
We hope so. We are kind of building the ship as we go.
Yeah.
so
this is the first time we're doing it like this, and really pushing for this. So if any of you have insight or ideas that you want us to try, or things that we maybe not have thought of, don't be scared to just come up to us and say, hey, have you thought about this? Or I have this idea, I want to help you with this, or I want to give you this idea to maybe work with, or if any of you have any sponsors that are interested. It doesn't have to be money. It could be anything to support the team, extra dice for something, or anything you can think
time,
of. Just
space, material, anything. We are all for it.
Measuring sticks, anything at all. Providing or if you want to become a sponsor, like you provide area for people to play in your local community, which is also helping build the community, which helps us in the long run building the team, right? Maybe not for this year, but for later years. So just come to us, talk to us.
Yeah, and I'd like to make the addition that if you personally are aware that about team play and that Sweden has a national team, I know for a fact that a lot of people aren't super familiar with it. So when you hear the word is put out that hey, Team Sweden is um, stretching out, trying to include more people, maybe inform your local community and point them in our direction. Perhaps they'll be interested.
Yeah. Or just a small thing that I remember. We're also going to put up lectures and stuff. We don't know exactly which ones yet, but as we're building this as we go along, and we're going to throw out sparring games that we do on Tabletop Simulator. We're going to throw them up here, so everyone can watch them and see, learning from our mistakes and our good ideas as we go along, just to make it more accessible and visible to everyone. Because sometimes it's hard to know what it means to play the game at this level, and the step might seem daunting, but you just have to play and get to know how to do things, and you can be here in no time as well.
Yeah, I want to give an example to that, because 2024 we had you, Rasmus, totally new for the community in this kind of environment, and we took a gamble and took you in, and you played with us and you were coachable, and you went to Worlds with us and took the third place as well. So it's doable from being kind of a no one that you didn't know of in the scene to just see like you have the interest to play in the future in the Worlds, and we took you in and you were just playing a lot, and you showed progress, and you made it the same year we took you out, you made it to the World. So as Erik said before, if you just had the thought of I want to improve my game and I might in the future be interested in this kind of environment of playing, don't hesitate to reach out to us, because this is what we want to do this year. Try to reach those kind of people that we might never seen before in this kind of context, because we have a lot of good players in Sweden. The most of you don't even know that you are good enough, and we want to make you understand that you are good enough for Worlds.
Absolutely, and the key word I think maybe you said here is coachable, which anyone who is open to input and improving is good enough for Worlds. Maybe not right away, but if you keep accepting input and accepting being coached, which is the basis why we want so many people, right? So that we can coach each other, and then anyone can reach world level. It's not some magical thing that you're born with. You have to be coachable. You have to learn, just like everything else. So that we really want to, if you're at all interested in this, then you're our target audience for this.
Because Teams is very forgiving in a sense, because we are not looking for 5-0 players. We are not looking for 4-1 players. We might even look for 3-2 and 2-3, but in a right context, because Team can provide you that we can put you in the right context and you can go 6-0 at Worlds, because we can pair you into those contexts where you are striving. So don't, even if you go below 3-2, you can still apply as long as you're coachable, as Erik said. Because that's what we are looking for, because we can put you in that kind of context where you are a really good player and you bring a lot to the team, because we are 8 players and we need sometimes very how do you say
specific armies for specific
yeah,
tasks.
exactly. So don't hesitate, because we can put you in that kind of spot where you can succeed.
Yeah, and that's a really good point as well for everyone who's nervous about the level of play that happens at Worlds. You're gonna get more evening games than you probably ever have in other circumstances. The games will be tighter because you're supposed to have a good matchup in the game that you're put. That's the entire point of the pairing, right? So You're gonna have games where you have to push yourself, of course, but it's gonna be more fun because it's a game where you have a clear task, you have a team to work with you, and you're part of this whole thing. And your game really matters. It doesn't matter how it goes. It just matters that you do your task and do your best and really try to push what you wanted out of that game and the team
And
wanted.
sometimes the task can be just go in and get those 8 points from this matchup. You will lose, but we need 8 points, but that will tip us to victory.
Yeah.
And
Because that lets someone else get a better match. It's going to win
Exactly.
us the round as a team. Because it's a team game, right? That's why I love team play so much.
I will add to that by saying that Lillen is completely right, that before 2024, I was essentially like on the Swedish scene at large, I was a nobody. I played mostly tournaments down at the bottom of Sweden in Skåne and sometimes in Denmark. And that, for most part, was it. But then I got involved in the Team Sweden community. I played a lot of TTS. I talked to a lot of people, and I was allowed to participate both in Nordic Masters and in Worlds and in Six Nations, all in 2024, from having never participated in Team Sweden before. So that's why it's important for you, if you have any interest at all, to apply and involve yourself.
Absolutely.
Right. I think we touched upon a lot, but I do want to know, since we have a focus on expanding the community, we're still going to a tournament. Ultimately, you're captains for the Worlds team, going to Worlds. So what's our goal at Worlds? Like a specific, perhaps a specific finish, or what do you want to accomplish essentially at Worlds?
We discussed this bit back and forth. I'll just start a bit and then you can jump in, of course. But we haven't really set a hard goal in terms of where we want to place. We really hope we can reach top 25% or even top 3. That would be top 3 placings, not percent. That would be excellent. But that's not the main objective here, right? The main objective here is that we want to build the community around the team. We want people who have not been to this event before in the team feeling like they're part of a whole, and that everyone who wanted to be part of this journey in any way is welcome to be part of this journey in any way. Not everyone will be able to play, of course. That's impossible. We can only take 8 people. But if you want to help us with anything in the journey to the event, if you want to participate in the boot camps, if you want to help coach someone else who will eventually then play at the Worlds event, that's the goal for this journey that we discussed in advance. So a hard goal in terms of placement is clearly secondary here.
Yeah, that's not our main goal this year. We are kind of investing our time this year to invest in the future, to hope to bring a better team for the future years, in order to have a more stable platform to stand on. In order for that, we need more people involved with the community of the team.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to build, and by doing that, we have also talked about what we need to do, and I think one of the things we are going to do also is going to go back to this the Swedish roots of playing Age of Sigmar, and not be as focused on protecting ourselves at the table from gotchas and stuff like that. We are instead going to go and look at the code of conduct for this year's Worlds, and try to bring some of that mentality back into the team, because we feel we put a lot. I, as a captain, have put a lot of stress on my players in order to protect the team from other teams' gotchas, and we felt like that brings the wrong focus for the team this year. So we are gonna win those games that we are supposed to win, and we are not gonna look for those kind of gotchas ourselves, in order to relax our players more and take some inspirations of nations like Poland and Norway, are great examples, I think, for code of conduct, because they are placed first place, right? Poland, 2 years in a row now as best sports, and I think that's something that we as a nation in Sweden and community, we have a lot of that, but the focus that we have put on the team has shifted a little bit. So we wanna go back into the traditional Swedish way of playing Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, and that actually brings me something. I would like to push for top spot in code of conduct.
Yeah.
I would like us to be this year or next year or in the future. That's something I really want to push for. We want to reach a high standing in the competition in terms of play as well. But I think this year it's more important that we reach a high standing in the code of conduct. We want the people who are playing us to be happy that they played us, and we want our players to be happy that they played the other team and make friends.
And feel good about the
community.
wins and losses that we take as well, because you don't want to walk away from the table feeling like that wasn't a good situation.
No.
It could have been prevented, either by communicating good or being vocal with your opponent.
So just nice, clean games where you can be relaxed about the playing the game as it's meant to be played, just like you said. But you also know the rules. You play it correctly, of course. No sloppy playing. But
No.
we're not going to focus on this advantage by missing timings or stuff like this. It's about good, clean games.
Yeah.
And I know that most people in Sweden prefer to play it this way. When we go around in tournaments in Sweden, this is usually never really a problem. But so I think this is what most people prefer, or this is what most people prefer, and we want to bring it to this level, bring it back to this level of play as well for the Swedish national team.
That makes a lot of sense to me. We've already touched upon, well, just touched on player conduct, and we've touched a lot of about community building and reaching out to include new players. Do you guys have anything else you would like to mention? Anything you would like to bring up before we close this out?
No, just want to touch, like, it's not me and Erik only that is gonna do all this. This is our vision that we are gonna put on our team, and we expect as you apply that you share the vision we are having of this community building and code of conduct and so on. So when we go out to play on events, we are actually gonna act accordingly, and not trying to pursue that 5-0 by any means necessary, or we're actually going to care about the person on the other side in order to inspire those people in the future to maybe apply to the team and so on. And we can then grow the Age of Sigmar community as a whole by having a better code of conduct and awareness by the team, of the team.
Yeah.
So if you apply, you need to know that it's not me and Erik that it's going to do this alone. We need everyone on board on this vision.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. I totally agree with that. We're going to be ambassadors for this hobby, right?
Yeah.
And it has to start somewhere, and we're starting it here, and we're expanding it to our team and to everyone they play.
Great stuff, guys. Thank you for joining me, and thank you everyone who's been listening, follow along. Let's be YouTubers for like 5 seconds and tell you guys to, like and subscribe, all that stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.